We in the same suit? Almost. His has a neat little design on it. Oh, I actually get a chair? Cool.
We called you all together to discuss a recent security breach. We discovered a mole within the company who leaked vital information about Project Dominion to Infinity Ltd.
You've got to be kidding me.
Just don't tell me it's Vina. I think we've all noticed she's not here.
Before you speculate any further, no, it's not Vina. The guilty party is Imogene Salzo, much to my disappointment. Our operative here obtained the evidence to confirm it.
Oh. Oh, I can actually say that. That's crazy. Imogene was trying to use her expertise to set up Ularu as the mole.
Dalton, how does something like this happen?
Imogene is highly trained. Ularu can even speak to that. We demand the best. So that's the threat we deal with.
I may have well-trained operatives, but security is your responsibility, Dalton. This is a huge failing on your part.
I accept the responsibility, but let's not forget, the mole has already been exposed and dealt with.
Of course, thanks to another of my operatives.
Maybe someone should be keeping better tabs on their employees.
I know you're not insinuating that this is my fault.
Imogene's been dealt with, so bickering is pointless. All I care about is reacquiring our property and what this might be costing us financially.
Vina is completing the internal Neuroamp prototype as we speak. Our operative will receive the implant, infiltrate Infinity Ltd, and obtain any and all research. I have it on good authority. The experimentations they've done to replicate the missing pieces of our work have resulted in fatalities.
Let's not forget Infinity hired mercenaries that killed all personnel at the CM station RC-1.
Botched human trials and murder for hire? You don't bounce back from that. At least not with Infinity's legal team.
If I may make a suggestion, we should give this evidence to David at SSNN. It's the best neutral method of releasing this information to the general public.
That'd make my job easier.
David it is, then.
Misako, the internal Neuroamp is ready if you want to send down the candidate.
I hope you're ready for this.
When it comes to pioneering technological advancements, you bet I'm ready.
Good. I can tell Vina is going to enjoy working with you. Vina will be waiting for you in the Neuroamp division in R&D. Once you're done, meet me in my office. Be ready to discuss the details of your next assignment.
I'm assuming no one else has
Misako and
anything
I
to
should be
say.
fine wrapping up this meeting without you.
Yeah, it figures. I think we've only got, like, one more quest after this. I'm shocked, because I know, like, we're supposed to get manipulation. I'm assuming that'll happen once we get...
Are you sure you're okay? Our floors
Once we get this
Ryujin
implant
has
or whatever.
certainly taken time to craft an appearance for itself. Neuroamps are fascinating, are they not? I am still surprised they have not been completely outlawed.
It's good to see you again. Ah, here's my lucky candidate. I hope you're ready to embark on one amazing journey.
Are you actually qualified to perform an operation like this?
Neurosurgery is my specialty. I've performed more operations than I can count on a wide variety of brains. So I like to think that I'm wildly overqualified. Really, I could do this in my sleep.
Great. What exactly does this internal neuroamp do?
The internal neuroamp is basically the next leap in our line of influential amplifiers. It gives the user dominion over a less dominant target, meaning you can heavily influence another person's thoughts and actions.
Jesus. Is the ability to influence someone like that even legal?
Technically, that remains to be seen. It's not legal, but those decisions will be left up to a higher power who is neither you nor me.
That almost sounds like mind control to me.
Hey, let's not get carried away there. That terminology is a bit heavy-handed. So, are you ready to get started?
Yeah, just don't fry my brain.
Oh, don't worry. That's not on the agenda. Now, just a few details before we begin. Obviously, we'll be putting you under. I'll be making a small incision in the back of your skull where the internal neuroamp will be fitted. The whole procedure should only take 3 to 4 hours with little to no downtime afterwards, provided DeMarcus got everything entered correctly.
Did I not just say I quadruple-checked the numbers?
You know I'm just giving you a hard time. Besides, I've got to make sure my patient is reassured.
What sort of risks are involved here?
There's little to no risk, assuming your brain is typical and you don't have any adverse reaction to the anesthesia. First sign of trouble,
Right.
we back out and start evaluating other candidates.
Alright, yeah, I'm sure everything's gonna be okay.
Of course. We've got, what, 5 PhDs between the two of us?
6, but who's counting?
All I'm saying is that you're in good hands. Now, just lie down on the table once you're ready, and we should be good to go.
If this has not all been a horrible miscalculation, then we will speak again soon.
Thanks, that's reassuring.
All right, let's get this party started. Well, look who's finally up. The operation was a success, obviously. Once you're able to refocus, let me know how you're doing.
Warning. This unit does not possess advanced surgical capabilities.
It's good to see you again. So, how are you feeling? You look good?
Does this mean the procedure was a success?
Huge success. No surprises, no signs of rejection. You were the ideal subject. Now, we just keep our fingers crossed and hope no unknown side effects come creeping in later.
It was my alien DNA. They always seem to forget that. Well, I'm disappointed. I was hoping for some cool bionic modifications.
Yep, that's me every morning. But the whole point of this is no visual indication and no adverse side effects. So, sounds like we're on track. Just a couple quick notes before using the internal neuroamp. First, you can only influence one person at a time. And second, the effect is temporary, so be prepared if you use it in a combat situation.
If the effect is temporary, how long will it last?
Let's just say it varies based on the user. Some people have greater mental capabilities than others, which would increase the duration.
Understood.
Great. Now let's test this sucker out. DeMarcus has graciously volunteered for science, he says.
Isn't he one of your top employees? You'd really risk his life?
Our preliminary testing was rigorous enough that there's little to no risk involved here. The biggest unknown was finding the perfect compatible alloy for the implant. We've had the tech itself working externally for quite some time.
Alright. Let's see what this thing can do.
That's the spirit. DeMarcus loves being hands-on and experiencing things on his own. It's probably why he's the second most published scientist here, after me. Just head up the stairs nearby to the observation deck.
You appear dehydrated. I suggest the immediate ingestion of a moderate quantity of water.
This is so finicky. Like, this is actually terrible. Because in order to have him do anything, you have to keep reselecting him.
As an observer, the effect is quite unnerving. It is hard not to immediately worry about the implications.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was incredible. What was it like?
Wow. How to describe it? 1 minute I was excited about seeing how the experiment would go. The next, I had a brief moment of disorientation and figured I must have lost my train of thought. It felt eerily natural. And yes, I admit it, just as you predicted.
I knew it, I knew it, I knew it! I can hardly wait to finish writing up my latest dissertation. And you owe me 100 creds.
I'll be keeping myself under constant surveillance now. I'm curious if any other side effects may manifest.
So, tell me all about it. How did it feel? Any side effects?
If I suffer any side effects, do I get compensation?
Well, I'd leave that up for Alexis and Lyndon to decide. Compensation's not really my thing.
Yeah, that was way too easy. This kind of tech should be banned.
Well, luckily that isn't up for you to decide. I hope you know, you're talking about banning my life's biggest accomplishment.
I'd even go as far as to call it the settled system's biggest accomplishment. That's something Ryujin isn't going to let go of easily. It really was fascinating how all I experienced was a moment of disorientation. It's truly remarkable tech.
You're not at all horrified by this. And what if I used it to make you kill another person?
Those are the kind of edge cases that I let the board work out. Obviously, tech like this is going to come with its fair share of red tape.
No shit, and you don't feel violated? At all?
Not at all. But I can imagine if I experienced disorientation like that, but regained my awareness in another room, it could be a bit jarring. We'll definitely be running some more tests in the future, though. So many situations to account for.
Yeah, I'd never be comfortable as somebody's puppet.
Maybe that's the beauty of it. You'd never know.
Oh, fuck off.
Besides, the Neuroamp isn't total control. If a subject's morals or beliefs in something are strong enough, we still see points of failure. That being said,
how do you know that?
It's been interesting to discover the actions our subjects sanction in their own minds.
Okay. As much as I'd love to go over the details and potential of this amazing piece of technology I created, Misako wants to see you. It sounds like you have an assignment to complete, and DeMarcus and I have a lot of notes to record.
I can't believe
Yeah,
you
I don't like...
pulled it off. With my help, of course.
I don't like any of that.
Don't wander into any restricted areas.
Like, I definitely feel like... One, stupid world building. Like, oh yeah, how do we introduce it's basically follower commands too. Like, in order to actually get your followers to do something right, because I can't just hold A on Andrea.
Hello.
I can't hold A on
see
her
you.
anymore.
I look forward to our next
To
discussion.
have her say like, hey, I need you to do something. No, they basically took that out of the game entirely. No, now if I want to do something like that, I would have to do the social thing on her. But I can't even do that. So it's like they took out what used to be a fundamental aspect of Bethesda companions, where you could have them do things for you. Right, as rudimentary as it was still there. Now it's just gone entirely.
You're here. I wasn't sure how
and
accurate
replaced
Vina's
with
promise
something else.
of no downtime was going to be.
Let's just hope her promise of no brain damage holds true as well.
Now that you've been outfitted with the internal Neuroamp, it's time to put that tech to work. We're sending you into Infinity Ltd. Lucas Drexler is about to learn exactly why you don't steal from Ryujin Industries.
I'll make him pay with his life. Wow. All I need are the details.
All right. Yuko has provided a layout of Infinity Ltd. You have two options for this assignment. We'll be providing you with the means for both. Option A, you gain entry through their maintenance access on the roof. Option B, we give you an assigned identity and arrange a meeting for you.
Ooh. Would I really be attending this meeting?
Of course not. The meeting is just a legitimate way in. Once inside, you'll be led to a waiting room where your host will be running late. That's your opportunity to make your way to either the executive floor or R&D.
What are the benefits of A versus B?
Option A, you need to remain under the radar the entire time. Option B, you have a slight cover that may give you the opportunity to talk your way to your objectives.
I think, option B. I'd love the chance to use my acting skills.
Just hope those acting skills don't get you caught or killed. Now, depending on your preference, you'll either find yourself in the maintenance hallway or the marketing department. From there, you have 3 targets. First, you have Lucas Drexler's computer, located in his office on the executive floor. Second is Faye Sengsavan's computer, in research and development. And third, you need to obtain the prototype they are working on, also in R&D.
As you can see, you've several floors to traverse, so I hope you're prepared for an adventure.
How far in can I get with that identity you've arranged for me?
You'll only have free range on the marketing floor. Infinity may be cheap, but they know at least some level of security is needed in this business.
If I was allowed to use a more direct approach. It's a lot of ground to cover without getting caught.
Nothing a good operative can't manage. Now, I had Ularu create a program that you need to run on both Lucas and Faye's computers. I'll let her explain the details.
You see, once we expose Infinity Ltd., all of their data is going to come under intense scrutiny. We only want the public to know about their mercenary hires and unauthorized human trials, but Project Dominion needs to remain confidential. I've created an overseer program that will gather all the evidence we need, and at the same time delete anything relating to Ryujin and the internal Neuroamp.
What about the people who know about it, like Lucas himself?
Anyone who comes forward to defend Lucas would be prosecuted as either aiding or being an accessory to these crimes. They all know career suicide when they see it. As for Lucas himself, if he wants to speak up and add corporate theft to his laundry list of crimes, fine. But who's going to believe him?
It is best to keep the public unaware of such a device.
If the media were to draw their own conclusions, I'm certain they'd just create a panic among people. Controlling the narrative is of the utmost importance.
Understood.
No, we don't want to mess on this one. A body count will only distract from what we're trying to accomplish here. In fact, unless they're a master at being one with the shadows, I'd suggest you leave your friend behind. Lower the risk. Simon Rychek provided some useful info on how to evacuate civilians from the building. I'm sure you remember him from Sidonia. Infinity's maintenance crew is understaffed. It's only a matter of time before pressure gauges go unchecked and they have a massive issue on their hands. Once that pressure becomes too much, every floor in the building is going to suffer from gas leaks, setting off an automated alarm to evacuate the building. Simon was able to get a passcode for you to access their system's computer, so you can force the heating system to fail.
Okay. And where's the computer I need to use this passcode on?
If the information Simon provided is accurate, you can reach the control systems through a computer located in the maintenance area. It's a pretty convenient stop if you enter in through the roof access.
Alright, so who's left to deal with once the civilians are all gone?
I'm told security has masks to handle the situation, so the guards will still be stationed in the building. It's also possible they'll activate their building's defense system as well. You may run into a few automated turrets, so you'll still want to try and stay out of sight.
Well, nice to know Simon's still on our side and out there.
That old man's going to be around for some time to come. Especially since I heard you helped him get rid of an old thorn in his side. We're also issuing you an operative suit. It should help reduce their ability to detect you. These suits are typically reserved for the senior ranks, but we want to reduce as much risk as possible.
Cool. So, does this officially make me a senior ranked operative?
Please, you're an exception. But we can talk promotion after you pull off this assignment.
Suit or no suit, they'll never know I was there.
And that's what we're hoping for. If you can pull this off, even I'll be impressed.
Once you've run the Overseer program and obtained the prototype, your final step is to deliver the slate to David Barron at the SSNN field office. If he asks questions, feel free to give him just enough information to pique his interest, but no mention of Ryujin or who you are. SSNN is used to anonymous tips. They'll do whatever verifications they deem necessary on their own to confirm the story.
So I'm giving the Overseer program to David Barron.
Ularu assured me it's safe.
The Overseer program will purge itself once its primary function is complete. The only thing left on that slate will be proof of Infinity's crimes.
And what if David Barron doesn't believe the story?
It doesn't matter what he believes. David's first move will be to verify the information you provide. Once he receives confirmation, which he will, he'll see it as his duty to report the news.
It'll be the corporate story of the decade.
It certainly will, and we'll have front row seats. So, any final questions before you go?
Could you go over my targets one more time?
Pay attention. We're giving you a slate with a program that has to be run on Lucas Drexler and Fei Sengsavan's computers. You also need to steal their current prototype of the internal Neuroamp kept on their R&D floor. Once you're done, you're bringing the slate to David Barron at SSNN, and you're returning here to me with the prototype.
What kind of security am I looking at encountering in Infinity Ltd?
Depending on whether or not you evacuate the building, you'll mostly be looking at security guards, much like we have here. You may encounter an automated defense system in the form of turrets as well, so be careful.
Great. And how's the internal Neuroamp gonna come in handy here?
You have the ability to manipulate others. If someone's in your way, you could get them to move. If someone has a keycard, that means you have a keycard. The possibilities here are really up to you.
And how freely will I be able to move about in Infinity Ltd if I use a false identity?
You'll be restricted to the marketing floor. An appointment is not a free pass.
Alright, I'm ready to go.
Good luck, and be sure to report directly back to me when you return.
Here's Simon's passcode, your operative suit, the Overseer program, and your cover identity. Your cover ID card is encoded with roof entry and elevator access, so that's your ticket in, either way. Don't screw this up, Skylar Lumen.
That's my name? Oh, Jesus. Alright, so they gave me a suit. I'm assuming they mean a suit, right? Operative suit. Yo! Operative helmet. Dude, that's pretty sick. That's pretty cool. I like that a lot. But, I'm not gonna put it on just yet. And honestly, I'm gonna skip on the helmet, because I kinda hate it. But that suit's so fucking cool. I'm gonna wait on that. I'm not gonna put it on immediately. Mostly because we're going in for a meeting. I'm not gonna walk in dressed like fucking James Bond.
Do you have the program?
Here, do what you need to do.
With pleasure. So, let's take a look. Aha. The decryption's hit a snag. There's definitely something here. This is exactly what we needed. According to this code, Ularu intended to plant false evidence that would show Masako was working with Lucas. The moment you launched the Overseer program, a series of fabricated communication files would have been uploaded to the Infinity Ltd network. One of them even frames Masako for encouraging Lucas to push for early human trials.
So it is clear what she intended. Now all that is left is to decide what to do with this information.
I'm going to copy the necessary files off this slate and issue you a new one. I want to keep this one intact, so Ularu can't dispute it. All right. Now, we finally have the evidence we need to prove Ularu's guilt.
Then it is time we use it.
Ularu was going to use me to plant fake evidence against Masako for her.
There's no doubt. Should you have even noticed the upload, the program itself is designed to ignore any stop commands. It would have been too late.
Let's just hope the board believes it.
This evidence is indisputable. To deny it would be to admit involvement. And then we'd have a much larger problem on our hands. Just remain focused on your assignment. Without that falsified evidence, Ularu is in for a big surprise. I fully expect she'll be eagerly awaiting SSNN's broadcast, anticipating Misako to be accused alongside Lucas Drexler. Here's the new slate with the revised Overseer program. Let's get this assignment finished the right way.
Alright, let's go.
This deal could be huge for my company.
Ah, well, I can't just fast travel there, that's right. Infinity is in the residential district, I think. I am gonna make a save, too. Because on one hand, I kind of want Andreja to come with me because she is exceptionally stealthy, but also I don't want her to come with me because she also just does the same thing any other follower would do and would just walk around blindly and, you know, get themselves
The
killed
bright lights
and
and
in trouble
reflections
constantly.
are almost enough to make you forget about those living down in the well.
So where does it want me to go? Wants me to a commercial district, okay. Yeah, that's right. There it is. Roof access or the regular entrance. Alright, Andreja.
Nice suit. I'm glad to see you.
Wait here a moment.
I'll be here when you need me.
I know your type. The freewheel and space ace. Must be nice.
Hello. Did you have an appointment with us today?
God, your hair is terrible. Can I get access to the marketing floor?
I'm sorry, but we only allow visitors to specific floors based on appointment only. Did you have one scheduled today?
I did, actually, yes. My name is Skylar Lumen. I have an appointment with marketing.
Ah, yes, from Lumen Interactive. The elevator here will take you to the marketing floor. Once you arrive, you'll want to talk to Ellis Ortiz. He's the receptionist there and will be happy to help you.
Great. Bright lights, Jesus.
Welcome to Infinity Ltd's marketing department. Desi notified me that you are on your way. If you just have a seat, I can notify Miss Hart that you've arrived. Howdy.
Right. He's got to go notify her personally?
I'll go notify Miss Hart that you're here. Feel free to use any of the facilities on the floor while you wait. The break room and bathrooms are just around the corner.
Sabotage the heating system.
I hope Deimos gets back to us soon.
Wow, this place is in fucking disrepair. literally things just like collapsing over here.
Yes?
Oh, weird. Yeah, dude, this place is a pile of junk.
If you want someone to blame, I blame Lucas. Just relax. I'll take care of it.
Ahem.
I was gonna say I have no idea where I'm going, but I think I've found my way. Now we'll put on the good suit. Yeah, the helmet doesn't really add much, and it just kind of looks weird. Is there like some other hat that I can wear? Not really. That looks pretty cool though, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, that's so funny. It's so goofy looking. I could put the visor on, but that looks ridiculous. Hey, I got Tomasar's outfit. How different is that from a regular? It is actually slightly different. There's more texture to Tomasar's outfit than the regular Varun outfit, which is kind of interesting. Alright, we're sneaking now. The only thing is, I don't think I have a suppressed weapon, so we're gonna try not to kill anybody, if we can help it. This is some sketchy stuff. The thing is, I've buffed stealth, like, significantly, too.
To be here.
This is your last warning.
The gig is up. They've caught us.
Someone, please.
The gig is up. We're killing now. I gotta level up for that. For killing civilians. What are you gonna do about it, huh? Nothing. I love how we immediately failed the objective. And we're gonna get an autosave, so I have to fucking reload. And I also forgot to save, so that kinda sucks. So I'll cut back to when we actually didn't fuck up.